Hola, ¿cómo está? I did not do well in Spanish class. This is comprehend languages.
Words.
Yep.
First level divination, ritual, casting time of 1 action, range of self, components verbal somatic material, a pinch of soot and salt. Duration, 1 hour. For the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you can see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. It takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text. Holy shit, that's fast. The spell doesn't decode secret messages in a text or a glyph, such as an arcane sigil, that isn't part of a written language. Okay, for the duration, understanding the literal meaning of any spoken language. That's the thing, the literal meaning. Which means it's gonna lose a lot of its flowery text, language, context. It's just gonna get the basic meaning across, I feel like. Fight, don't fight, intimidate. Maybe not that boiled down, but you kind of get what I mean. It's not gonna be the exact flowery prose they might be speaking in or monologuing. Also, understanding any written language that you can see, but you must be touching the surface on which it's written. It takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text. Does it automatically give it to you after a minute? Like, if you have your hand on it for a minute and then you're reading through it, do you just get the information after a minute? Or is it you have to hold down for a minute and then you can read the text? If you hold down for a minute, I can get that. And okay, I'm not saying anything against the minute you get the information, but that's just, I can't read it. Depending on the book, various pages can take a long time to read. Like, let's say you have something like big old religious text. We're gonna move on. It does suck that this can only be on self, and then the other doesn't. Well, we'll get to tongues, but while it does give you the speaking language, which can help, and more overhearing, it's not gonna help too much in immediate communication, because they might not be able to understand you, this other party. You can still get the gist and then base your actions and information off of that. Though I do actually see comprehend languages being used way more for text. Things written on walls, signs in another country or language, very specific old books, scroll work, etc. The fact it doesn't decode secret messages makes sense, but what does that appear? It only gives, secret messages in text. Like what Thieves Can't not pick up? Or would you just pick up Thieves Can't as just the base thing that's being said and not get its meaning? It could get encoded things you won't get. You're not gonna instantly pop through, oh, this is what this is, or this like weird cipher is already figured out. But things like Thieves Can't or code words, will it figure those out under literal meaning or not? I'd say against this that it wouldn't. Anywho, 8 out of 10. Outside of the scenario where you can't really speak back to communicate, when it comes to text and getting the basic information yourself or overhearing or any kind of thing that speaks but you don't know its language, even if you're just spying, it's good. It doesn't completely solve that communication issue, which is why it's 8 out of 10, not anything higher. But I see a lot of people picking this up, and the fact it's a ritual does not hurt.